Subclass Oath of Glory. The first thing I love about this class, the abilities are good, but Paladin, like all these sub spellcaster classes or the minor spellcasting classes, they get when they hit certain levels of their subclass, they get spells that just get added to their spell list.
Yeah.
So Paladin, Oath of Glory Paladin, at 3rd level gets Guiding Bolt and Heroism. Guiding Bolts being one of the dumb spells that 5e clerics get. One of the dumb damaging spells. It's a spell attack. It's a spell attack that does 4d6 radiant damage on the target, and then the target afterwards, a little light pops up above that target, and whoever hits them next gets advantage. Paladins get this now, which they kind of needed for because Paladins generally lacked a lot of range options outside of throwing a javelin.
I mean, if you look at Paladins versus Clerics, they're pretty much the same class, but Paladin is just has fighter abilities too.
It just hits a lot harder.
Yeah, it's
a lot harder.
Well, it's not really they don't. I honestly don't think they hit harder. I think they're just tankier.
Yeah,
they don't. I'm not because I need to tell you about. I'll tell you about a.
Yeah, I wouldn't say tankier because there are cleric builds.
That can be tanky, but naturally the paladin is more tanky and more about protecting and buff. Paladin's kind of like a little bit of bard, as in supportive. The tankiness of a fighter, but has some of the spells of a cleric.
Yeah.
While the cleric, in one of my campaigns I'm running right now.
I love this kid.
This kid. It's like a 10-year-old kid. He wiped out. There's a group of 31 orcs they were fighting. 29 normal orcs, an Iagrumish, and an orc chief. This kid took out 21 of those orcs. He's playing a life domain cleric. Spiritual Guardians is stupid. Because if they make wisdom saving throws, and because I'm rolling for the orcs as one, because there are 29 of them, I was rolling for all their saves at the same time, just like to make it simple. I'm not rolling the dice 20. I'm gonna roll this d20 7 times now. And I'm not rolling initiatives for all of them. That's ridiculous. Because they're effectively one group.
As a horde, they're going to move as a horde.
Now the chief and the Iagrumish, they had separate initiatives and separate movements. But no. So this kid just cooked out 21 of these orcs, mostly with spiritual guardians. It was dumb. It was really dumb. Clerics are OP. 5e clerics are OP specifically.
Especially if you throw a mace in their hands too.
Oh no, kid has a mace.
Yeah.
So back to where, off the tangent of how dumb clerics are in 5e. You get a bit of that now with Oath of Glory Paladin. You get the Guiding Bolt. Guiding Bolt is a powerful early game spell. Even late game it can be pretty helpful. And it gives Paladins that range they kind of lack. I think Guiding Bolt's range is 120 feet.
It turns any Paladin into a Saskia. Everyone hit that person.
But I'm also going to hit it as well. So at 5th level they get Enhanced Ability and Magic Weapon. At 9th they get Haste and Protection from Energy. 13th level they get Compulsion and Freedom of Movement. 17th level they get Commune and Flame Strike. Flame Strike, another powerful spell.
But it's 17, like
Flames. Well,
it's not bad, but there are spells that you could have picked up along the way.
Not for Paladin. Remember, Paladins are a minor spellcasting class.
Yeah.
5th level is the highest they get in spells.
Yeah.
Flame Strike, and they're also a lot of their damaging spells are just smites. What flavor of smite do you want? Red, blue, diet,
purple, grape.
Yeah. So one thing they also get the Peerless Athlete. These are the channel divinities they get. Peerless Athlete, as a bonus action, you can augment your athleticism for the next 10 minutes. You have advantage on strength and athletics and dexterity acrobatics checks. You can carry, push, drag, and lift twice as much as normal, and the distance of your long jumps and high jumps get increased by 10 feet. So imagine that centaur now.
Herculean.
Yes. Inspiring Smite, or even worse, the Leonin. Oh God. Inspiring Smite. immediately after you deal damage to a creature with the Divine Smite, not the spell smites, but the one that you get as just innately as a paladin, you always have Divine Smite. When you hit someone with that, you can use your Channel Divinity as a bonus action, distribute hit points to a creature of your choice within 30 feet of you, which can include you. You temporarily gain hit points that's equal to d8 plus your class and the level. So even at 3rd level, when you just get this, let's say the sorcerer is about to be attacked by an orc and you're fighting off the chieftain, you go, Divine Smite, boom! Cleric, don't die! And all of a sudden he gets 2d8 plus 3 at 3rd level. 2d8 plus 3 extra health to help him not get murdered by the orc.
Good lord.
Really great supportive, and yet also aggressive.
It seems as if they've pumped in a lot more support for allies and a lot less for the combat's sake.
Well, specifically, that makes sense though for Theros, because a lot of Greek strategies, although there was like the mighty solo heroes, when it came to the armies, it was all about team tactics.
Yeah.
At least the better ones, like the Spartans and the Athenian tactics. Aura of Clarity. You emanate an aura that fills you and your companions with supernatural speed, allowing you to race across the battlefield in formation. This is at 7th level. Your walking speed increases by 10 feet. In addition, if you're not incapacitated, the walking speed of any ally within 5 feet of you, or who starts their turn within 5 feet of you, also moves an extra additional 10 feet. This is a static ability you just get at 7th level. And then at 18th level, the range of the aura increases 10 feet.
Wow.
So imagine if you're right next to that barbarian centaur, and you give him an extra 10 feet of movement. It's great. This is exactly what he did when I told him that. Glorious Defense. You can turn defense into a sudden strike. When you or another creature within 10 feet of you is hit with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to grant a bonus to the target's AC against that attack, potentially causing it to miss. The bonus equals your charisma modifier. If you make the attack miss now, you can also do a weapon attack against them that's a part of the reaction.
That's not bad.
You can use this as a number of times equal to your charisma modifier per long rest. This is a 15th level, so you're doing this. You did 5 of these effectively at 15th level, and at 15th level, because effectively you should have a +5 charisma as a paladin by 15th level. So that means not only you're giving a +5 to someone's AC at an instant within 10 feet of you, and you can do that 5 times. And if you make them, and that makes the enemy miss their attack, you can then get to hit them if they're within reach. This is a very paladin-esque, and it works great. The final one. This is a 20th level feature. Living Legend. You empower yourself with the legends, whether true or exaggerated, of your great deeds. As a bonus action, you gain the following benefits for a minute. You are blessed with otherworldly presence. You gain advantage on all charisma checks. Once on each of your turns, you can make a weapon attack miss you. Oh, sorry, you can make a weapon attack that misses. You can make it hit instead.
That's not bad.
And
If you have a real asshole.
well, this is 10 minutes. It was a whole minute. So this is
Bro,
10 rounds.
I rolled a 19. Misses. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. This is 10 rounds of combat. This goes on. It's 1 minute.
But I'm not an asshole DM.
Yeah. Also, if you fail a saving throw, you can use your reaction to re-roll it.
That's not bad. I don't mind that. That's,
No.
what's
This is once per long rest, unless you use a 5th level spot to get it back again. So for 10 rounds of combat, you have advantage on all charisma checks. You get to you can once per your turns, you get to just make one of your attacks just hit, and then you also get effectively an extra saving throw in case you botch.
And the saving throw is not bad.
Oh no, it's good.
At all.
They had a new background, which is athlete. I'm not really going to go over that because backgrounds are pretty versatile. They're not really super. They are important, but not. They're important starting off, but late game it's very like custom, like or not non-custom backgrounds are not super important generally. The pre-built ones. Now, I'm just going to go over briefly, so kind of over the rest of this book. So you have the gods, the different gods is Athreos. And as I said earlier, with the piety system...
That dude looks like an Eldrazi.
Yeah, I know. With the piety system, the as you gain more, as you do things that more align with what that god does, that's in their favor, you gain points in the piety system to them. However, if you do something that goes against them, you will lose piety.
That's not bad.
So it's not just a rewarding system, you can also piss off some gods. There, I'm going to go over each one. I'm just going to show you the different gods.
Tell them about Mogies and what
Well,
we thought.
we'll get to that in a moment. So there's Iroas. This is the god of victory.
Dog, no, dog, down.
Kamarecha. Victory just wants love. Let him love you.
You can't, but not cause my thigh.
Kratos. He's one of my favorites. Look at him.
Usually chaotic, often neutral.
That was Clothis. She's goddess of fate.
Probably end up being
Krufix, god of insight and the beyond. Mogus.
Oh, hey, look. Your best friend.
No, because he's the god of slaughter.
Oh, yeah, not your best friend.
Nope.
Opposite of your best friend.
Yeah, definitely opposite of Nargothrond's best friend.
Usually chaotic, often evil. That makes way too much sense.
Yeah. And oddly enough, Iroas and Mogus hate each other. Well, not oddly enough. Iroas and Mogus hate each other, but oddly enough, they both have a thing that actually pisses them off, which is if you show fear when fighting someone in a single duel, that's bad. That lowers your piety for either Mogus or Iroas. So even though one's about slaughter and one's about victory and noble fighting, if you show fear against your enemy, that's a minus for both of them.
Well, yeah, that's fair, because one of them wants you to kill, and the other one wants you to gain another victory.
Yeah. Yeah,
So they're both sitting there watching you, and the chaos one's like, yes, kill. And the other
like
one's
murder
like,
him viciously. The other one's nobly defeat him. I'm running away. Both of them like.
Fuck that guy.
And Zap.
Nylia,
Times two.
Farrakha. Nylia was obviously goddess of hunt.
Of
Farrakha,
affliction.
yeah, goddess
So
of affliction.
she's poison and
And
venom.
healing.
Alright.
Finax, god of deception.
Alright.
He lies.
He's a liar.
Perforos, god of the forge.
Festus.
Effectively.
Effectively. Thassa, god of the sea. Goddess of the sea.
Alright.
Female Poseidon.
Usually neutral.
And so I'm going to briefly show you the Theros map. So Theros map, very similar to the Greek map, is very water-based. There's lots of rivers going through it, there's lakes, and lots of ocean.
With my campaigns and the constant wars, I would honestly do almost like an Atlantean versus Themysciran.
Yeah. There's all kinds of different things, but one of the cool things about this book I really like is the fact that that when you're building your campaign for this, any god can be your villain.
Nice.
So it could here's the thing, you can when you make this campaign, you can make it where this god is supporting the group or supporting this guy. You have certain gods who are for you, and then other gods and then you have other gods be the villain. So even gods who are not normally who wouldn't be evil, Aphera, she's the goddess of the polis, aka of
knowledge.
Not knowledge, but just knowledge, society, cities.
She likes seeing things evolve and build, not lay waste and destroy.
Yeah. So, which is funny because she can be a campaign villain. So this isn't just only the bad gods can be villains. No, anyone can be a villain in this, and this book will tell you how to make them the villain.
Well, if you're hey, players, here you go. This is your job. You destroy my campaign. Destroy my campaign. That's what I want you to do. Destroy every city you see. Raise everything to the ground. Pillage, loot, have fun. She's no, that's not nice.
And then Mogus is yeah, get going, keep killing. kill.
Iroh is in the background.
No, I wrote like, I'm mad about all this, but they're winning, which is victory. I'm conflicted.
And it's all honorably. None of them have ran.
They're all honorably fighting these guys in epic combats where they're fighting 1 versus 20 of them. Like they're fighting against the odds. They're doing the.
You see a big ass explosion in the background.
She's like, brother, why are you not helping me? He's like, well, technically they're doing what I told them. Like, I can't.
They're filling the niches I do. Pandora's box is a thing.
Not even.
The effects it can do are pretty devastating. The 5 main gods, Perforos, Thassa, Nylea, Heliod, and Erebos, their weapons are in this, and they are artifacts, and they are pretty powerful, as any artifact should be. But no, there's also monsters in it, specifically for Theros, but that's pretty much everything I kind of wanted to go over and show you, because I think this is phenomenal. Once again, disappointed that we don't got god stats in this.
Yeah, I mean, they
the same time,
they dropped the aspects and
they gave
advanced.
Yeah, giving me something to go off of, as in like building
like an actual god.
As in, building a god, but also even better yet, creating a devotion system, a piety system, whatever you want to call it. A system where you don't have to be a class that is all about worshiping gods to gain effects from worshiping a god.
Something.
Exactly. Also, CR26 Legendary Kraken. Alright, so that's kind of everything we want to go over. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Joe.
This is What's on the Table. See you next time.